I have been in business for 25 years, and over the years, I have made mistakes, and I have seen others make mistakes. These mistakes are normally killing your profit. Today, I want to show you about the 5 things that you need to take a look at carefully so you can manage and improve your profit. If at any point during this video you have any questions, please just put them in the comments. I really want to answer those for you. And if you find this video helpful, like and subscribe. It tells me you like them and I can make more of this kind of educational video. Let's start with a low one, but a very important one. The subscription sneak attack. The Sleep app, the ChatGPT app, the Grok app, and so on and so forth. There's so many good apps out there. We subscribe to them and we don't even realize what we subscribe to. We use them a month, we use them 1 or 2 times, and before you know it, you have 10, 15 apps that are renewing every month or every year without even accounting for the kind of money that you're putting away from your business, from your profit. I just came up with a simple example. If you had 20 apps, you're probably not using them all. You're probably maybe using like 5 or 6 on a continuous basis. But 20 apps unused at $9.99 is $2,397 a year. So here's a little tip. Do not allow apps to renew themselves. Consistently review what you're subscribed to. Make it a point to do it once every 3 or 6 months. And remember, you could do something with $23.97. This will improve your bottom line. Number 2 is paying for space and stuff you don't need. That seems pretty basic, right? But let's take a quick look and a very deep look at how much room sometimes people want to get a big office. They want bigger space. They want more machinery. They want so many things. They basically have it in their mind that is success. They're looking at success. Here's something that happened to me and I can relate of my own mistakes. Years ago, we went paperless, yet we still got involved in a leasing of printers. Once the years went on, we realized that we were paying $280 a month for years, at least 5 years. And then when the renewal came up, we finally decided to look at the numbers and do we really need these nice, beautiful, awesome printers? We just needed things that print. So we did the numbers and realized that if we went ahead and got 3 printers, just basic, nothing crazy, that just does the basic stuff that we needed now at this time. So we took the $1,500 and we realized that it's going to cost us about $400 in ink, basic drums, minimal maintenance. That was $1,900. Then we figured out that if we take another 2 years at $400, that was $2,800 compared to the $10,080 that we were going to pay for the next 3 years on a lease at $280 a month. That gave us a better bottom line, better profit. It increased our profit by $7,380 in the next 3 years. All these little things start adding up, bettering your profit. To sum it up, we realized we needed to get rid of the equipment. We got what we really needed, and we saved $7,380 in 3 years. Overstocking inventory, one of the biggest killers of clients. I've seen from chains like Dunkin' Donuts to just small mom and pops who do not get control of their inventory. I have a client who had so much inventory on their shelves. They sold it in large quantities, and he would walk in one day and say, oh, I think I need 50 boxes of this, and just reorder. Every year, we would just only do their accounting. Every year they came and their profit was okay. It wasn't crazy. Once we really got into advisory and we started looking at what was really happening inside, we realized that he was probably overstocking about $100,000 to $200,000 on average in inventory. Not only we were able to notice that, they wanted to sell the business. And this really hurt the valuation of the business. To better and improve this, we got an inventory consultant that was able to get their inventory in an automated system, just-in-time inventory. So as the orders come in, they should be prepared for what's going to be sold. This can be done. And with today's technology, this is how you will save a lot of money for your business. Inventory is a big, big thing to keep under control. So we're going to add to our savings $100,000 here because that's exactly what we did for our client. Number 4, lifestyle and decision making. So you start making a lot of money and you start spending a lot of money, or you start making decisions that don't even make sense. I've seen it. It happens all the time. The business starts doing a little bit better and then we start trying to get rid of the money instead of figuring out what's really going to make us improve the business. I have a story of a client who came to me. They were doing really well. We were hired as CFO. When we're looking at their numbers, we're starting to realize the debt. And we're like $150,000 in business debt. And she says, yes, but that wasn't the end of that. $150,000 of personal debt that she says she used also for the business. So now combined, she had $300,000 of credit card debt. That was costing her $6,000 a month in interest. So where's the problem here? Not only that she basically overused the credit cards, we started digging into trying to find out what the real problem is here. And you know what started becoming the real problem here? It's that she changed her mind every other month about the goals, where her business was going, and what she wanted to do with it. So she started one thing, she got out, spent a ton of money. Started something else, got out, spent a ton of money. And that's how she accumulated $300,000 worth of credit card debt that was costing her $6,000 a month. We tried to get her to get a line of credit to downsize the interest. And she changed her mind about that. And it was a constant ongoing thing. Bottom line, changing your mind once debt has accumulated, it needs to be studied carefully, and the right person needs to be helping you make the decisions to control what sometimes could look like it's totally out of control. In this particular case, we are able to save $72,000 a year just in interest from a credit card debt. Last but not least is the hidden cost culture drains. You as an individual are an asset to your organization. What are you doing with your time? And then let's move on to your team. Let's assume that you have 3 people. Let's assume that they have not been trained properly. They have not communicated what their job is properly. They do not have the tools to make your organization successful. And if they can do it partly, they're not doing it fully because they're wasting time in meetings that take too long, not enough communication, not enough roles of what they should and should not be doing. This happens all the time, and it wastes a lot of time, money, energy, and bottom line, your profit. I am not telling you not to have meetings. If you read the book, the Rockefeller Habits, one of the biggest things that he had, a very successful organization, was a 15-minute daily meeting. And the reason why you do this is you keep everybody communicating. You keep the goals of the organization. Nothing gets fixed in 15 minutes. But everybody communicates, connects, and affirms the goals of the organization. Where's it going? And this will make a huge difference in all areas of your profit, working on your team. I am thinking that if you have 3 employees who are basically wasting, between the 3 of them, conservatively, 20 hours, let's say $20 an hour, it's really costing you $14,400 not to get anything done, and many times confuse your employees even more. Efficiency is essential to your bottom line. Increase efficiency, increase team efficiency, your bottom line will always be better. Let's take a look at what will happen to your business if you do these things. First, you cut the apps. That's $2,397 in 1 year. Then you look at your equipment, figure it out. This is not what you need. switch it, downgrade, upgrade, whatever is what you need to do. I divided our original number in 3 years into 1 year, which is $2,460. The next one is if you have a business where you're doing inventory, you're doing the count, you're doing the automation, you invest in a good process, you could be saving $100,000, like in the case of my client. Let's assume this is you, and this is happening to you right now. The next thing is the lifestyle and decision making. You're setting goals, you're staying on track, you're not switching back and forth, you're not deciding you're going to do something different every other day because it's costing you money. And we've seen it in debt. It could cost this one client $72,000 in interest a year. Now, last but not least, the hidden cost of team members, yourself. Where are the hours going? Are we making it efficient? We came up with about $14,400 in savings by having and changing the team meetings and how they are managed. That is for 1 year. So here it is. You've got $191,257. And these things, most people will say, it seems so basic. But many people don't realize that if you don't put the numbers down, you're not realizing it, then you're just skipping right through it. Oh, the app's no big deal. It's only $9.99. Or, it's no big deal. We could use those nice printers for a while. No. What's really happening to your numbers? Keep this in mind when you're doing well. Keep this in mind when you're struggling. If you do all these calculations, it may actually change the outlook on things. And if you're doing well, remember not to fall into the trap. If you like this video, subscribe. I'd love to make more just like this. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'd love to answer them. We'll see you next time.